These robbers actually took off their masks in front of the hostages because all the hostages had been blindfolded. The robbers who had just stolen $50 billion were preparing to leave. However, at that moment, someone fearless pressed the alarm. A man curiously pulled off his blindfold to look. He discovered it was the robbers themselves who pressed the alarm. A robber slowly walked up to him and removed his blindfold. But the man kept his eyes closed and repeatedly begged for mercy because he knew that seeing the robbers' faces would mean certain death. However, the robbers then had everyone remove their blindfolds. Moreover, they had no intention of harming the hostages. Meanwhile, a large number of police quickly arrived at the scene, but the robbers only fired a few symbolic shots into the air. Then, after throwing smoke bombs, they retreated back inside. The police immediately sent in a negotiation expert to talk with the robbers. The expert asked what the robbers needed, and the robbers said they needed the police to arrange a helicopter. The expert quickly agreed to this request, but the officer beside him became incredibly excited because a helicopter could only carry 3 people. This meant there were only 3 robbers. Although the negotiation expert thought the robbers had intentionally provided false information, the officer had already dispatched a special forces unit to the door. When they drilled a hole in the door and inserted a camera, they saw a shocking scene. Countless robbers appeared before their eyes. At the same time, the police discovered the robbers had uploaded videos of the hostages online. Moreover, the hostages were wearing the same clothes as the robbers. They couldn't distinguish who the real robbers were. Making matters worse, among the hostages was the president's daughter. The police had no choice but to immediately withdraw the special forces. The robbers finally revealed their true purpose. It turned out they were in a money printing factory. They wanted to use the kidnapped employees to produce a new batch of bills. Their target amount was $100 billion. Just then, a woman quietly returned to the office during her lunch break. She quickly found a smartwatch in a drawer. But just as she was about to call the police, a robber walked in. He quickly noticed the suspicious woman and directly grabbed her arm. The robber instantly showed an extremely angry expression.